Good afternoon, and welcome back to the beginnings of greatness. My name is Joey Livingston, and just to kick this show off, I wanted to begin by talking about the things that we've been discussing at our studios with the crew, etc. We've been talking about how important it is to be on point every time. You know, sound, camera, color balance, timing, music. We've got to be on point. You make one mistake, and your audience,
dead in the water.
They're gone.
Yep. Costly.
Yeah. So, we have set up the beginnings of greatness as an example for all of these things.
Every show on this network needs to look like this show.
This
is the standard.
We call it quality. Quality control. We almost called the show Quality Control. We might change it. We might change the name to Quality Control.
We had a 3-2 vote on it.
Yeah.
For this name.
Two me, 3 Matt.
Majority.
So, with that, I was really inspired by that, so I thought that I would just kick the show off. But I as the guest host, would now like to introduce the main host of this show, Matt Rhodes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Rhodes. Welcome, and
Actually,
thank you for joining us.
This is 33% of Matt Rhodes.
Beginnings of greatness.
He shaved his beard, so he's 33% of the man that he used to be.
Smooth. I want to cut my hair as well, but I've grown attached to it. I know it looks ridiculous, but I kind of like it. It's been with me for a while.
You're very serious about your hair.
I'm dead serious about my hairs.
Like the one moment in the show where you get serious, you're talking about your hair.
My hair is a tint of brown, auburn.
I like my hair better than your hair. Let's cut back to that shot of the top of my head. Can we cut to that shot of the top of my head? What do you think?
That's beautiful, but that's not the top of your head. That's a little lower.
That is the top. What do you mean lower? That
shot of hair is a little lower. That's not the top of your head. It's a little lower.
It definitely is the top of my head. Well, we're going to go with that. I don't like where you're taking this show, sir.
Well, thanks for joining us. We was absent last week. I forgot why. But we're back this week.
Oh.
We have a title this time. Our
we were
official
absent
name
last week because we were working on the quality of our show.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you remember?
Yep. Oh. We spent hours in Radio Shack. Hours.
Yeah, just because when you one thing that we found is that if you want to have a better show, you need to buy more wires.
Got to have wires.
Couplings. Cables. Wires. Cameras. Parts.
What
else?
Polar pops. You got to have
converters.
CD-ROMs.
You got to have AOL discs.
You got to have floppy disks, hard disks. You got to have memory.
What do you think works better for our show? 5-inch floppy disk or 3.5-inch floppy disk?
3.5-inch. I don't live in the Stone Ages, okay, so I'm going with 3.5-inch floppy disk. 5-inch.
We do like to live on the cutting edge.
We just don't have enough room for the 5-inch floppy disk anymore. We're growing up so fast.
I find the only problem that I have with the 3.5-inch floppy disk is that it's too spacious. I don't know what to do with all the extra space after our show is done.
I can see where that could be a problem. Yeah, it could be a good thing that happens to you, and you just don't know what to do with it. You're overwhelmed by.
Right. It's like when I was a kid and it was Christmas and I had a long Christmas list and my mom got me all the things that I wanted for Christmas and all I could do was cry because I didn't know what to play with first.
Been there.
3.5-inch floppy disks are very much like that.
Yeah. That brings me back to my childhood. so great and awesome that I was just always depressed and cried all the time.
Anyway, boring. Let's talk about our guest. Our guest today is Stephen Michael Furlow.
Stephen Michael Furlow. Stephen Michael Furlow.
I have just been told that Stephen has canceled. I was just told that. He's not going to be here.
Our first guest is canceled.
Can I say to my crew that the next time, if you could tell me just before I announce the guest instead of just after, I would appreciate it.
Get a grip on that.
Why are you moving back and forth between your...
Well, I was making room for Stephen Furlow, but I see he's not coming now, so I'm going to take up his half.
Why is your seat bigger than mine?
Well, we was going to have Stephen Michael Furlow on, so we had 2 seats. I was going to be more comfortable.
I know that we were going to have Stephen Furlow on, but he's not going to be on now.
I know, but the chairs are already here.
So now it seems relevant that your chair is bigger than mine.
It's very relevant, and we just don't have enough time to take away the other chair.
Well, it's very convenient for you to say, since you're the one that has the bigger chair.
And it's nice. It feels good. So spacious. You have a problem with that anyway, so it's a good thing that I have this chair.
I would like to switch seats so that you're the one with the camera shooting the top of your head. Can we cut back to that shot, please? Cut back to the... That's a lot of hair.
Tons.
I think I should get a haircut.
Ooh, look, there's a bug on it. But it's a good thing that bug is not on the top of your head, because that's not a picture of the top of your head. It's a little lower.
Stop saying that. Please stop saying that. That's worse than you talking about Taco.
Taco's not doing well this evening. He sprained his back left leg. He hops around on 3 legs. He's getting around good for having a sprained leg, but not real good. How's your dogs doing?
Well, we just got Georgie neutered.
Ouch.
Yeah. So he has calmed down a lot.
That's great,
he doesn't bother our girl dog anymore.
No more
bothering her.
No more bothering her. That was horrible to watch. I felt so bad for your other dog.
You take these things too far. Sorry.
His other dog would just get bum rushed on a daily basis. Just imagine that. Imagine you being bum rushed on a daily basis.
Let's talk about our guest. Let's talk about our guest, Stephen Michael. Now, I do know some things that we were going to talk about when Stephen Michael was going to be on our show 120 seconds ago. There's a hot topic. You like hot topics?
Hot topics.
I'm going to tell you something, but you've got to keep it between you and me, okay?
I won't breathe a word of it.
Okay. While Stephen Michael was down here, he divulged to me that he one time he returned underwear to the store.
Used?
Do you know why he returned the underwear?
Why?
Because it didn't fit him well enough.
A little baggy in certain areas.
So it really it sparked a question that I think it's important for us to come to a consensus on this question. The question is it moral to return underwear to the store? That's the question for today.
I don't think so. You got all types of stuff you can pass around out there, guys. You got your crabs. You got your body lice. You got your and if they're used, there could be feces particles all across that pair. You can spread all kinds of things with.
I just unleashed the dogs here.
You can spread all kinds of stuff with that pair.
But But what if the underwear comes in a package, okay?
Plastic wrap.
You at a clothing store or Walmart or whatever, you can't like other clothes. You can go into the fitting room and you can try the clothes on.
Can't try that
with underwear. You can't open the package and see if it fits. So
you gotta wait till you get home.
Your only choice is to take it home. So what happens if you take it home and it doesn't fit? What do you do then?
You take it home. You try that pair on.
Find somebody that it does fit.
Yeah, you need to keep it in the family. If your underwear doesn't fit, keep it in the family. Don't return it to the stores. You're going to pass around all sorts of things. I don't need that happening in my Kmarts and Walmarts and Targets. There's enough stuff going on.
Does it matter what kind of underwear it is? Like, what if it's boxers?
It does not matter.
What if it's briefs?
It doesn't matter. Briefs even worse than boxers, but it doesn't matter. Any type of that clothing touching anything down there, you can't return it.
What if it's a banana hammock?
Especially not a banana hammock.
Okay.
Because sometimes you're not wearing the banana hammock. Sometimes the banana hammock's wearing you. You're basically eating that banana hammock.
Sorry. I want to apologize, first of all, to Stephen Michael Furlow.
That's what you get for canceling on us, Stephen. Have a safe trip back to Texas.
Let this be a lesson. I'm pretty sure that he gave me written consent to talk about that on the show.
I got a problem with this. Which store was it that he took it back to?
I would presume that it was Walmart.
Walmart.
You got a problem with him taking it back? Well, you don't know that they put it back on the shelf.
Well, that's true. So,
Walmart
I don't know.
Won't take back anything.
Yeah, that's true. But we don't know that they didn't put it back on the shelf.
They don't know that they didn't. That's true.
We don't know. So next time
we don't know that you didn't put it back on the shelf. We don't know that.
If you want your PR person to clear that up for you,
write in Walmart and tell us.
Until then,
assure us.
We don't know if
until then, we're telling everybody that you put it back on the shelf.
That you sell dirty underwear, Walmart. But yeah,
that's a hard message. But that's what our show is about. It's about putting out honest, hard messages about things.
Greg Braze inspired me to be honest, and I'm gonna use it right here on this show. So before we go any further, I want to thank our sponsors again: Polar Pop, Circle K. Circle K is a local establishment in Pensacola. Support your mom and pop shops.
Started by a couple here, Jim and Jane Circle K.
Yep.
And
no hyphen.
No hyphen. And there is a capital letter in the middle, though. I believe it's the I is capitalized.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they were very kind to sponsor our show, specifically Polar Pop. Every Polar Pop that you drink, actually, I think it's every 100 Polar Pops, we get a Polar Pop. We get one Polar Pop.
You get one, we get one.
No, you get one. We get 1/100th of one.
We get 100 Polar Pops.
No, 100th, a 100th of a Polar Pop.
100th of a Polar Pop. That's not very much at all.
But we've got tons of viewers. So
we're overwhelmed.
We have the entire AT&T employment staff.
I believe they switched to Verizon, AT&T and Verizon.
Both Verizon. This is where this show is where competitors come together. And we have all of AT&T and all of Verizon, all the employees watch our show.
Yep.
And this is the one of the few things that those two organizations can agree on. They fight like cats and dogs.
Like that. No, we want to. No, we want
iPhones.
to.
By iPhone. No iPhone.
No, by Android.
But when it comes to the beginnings of greatness, AT&T and Verizon agrees. Great show. Quality show.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
They know a good product when they see
My
it.
point is, if we can get all of those guys to drink Polar Pops, we will get at least two Polar Pops to drink on our show.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
One for me, one for you. Right now we're sharing. We need two.
Yeah. We have to share our Polar Pop.
So,
and the way that we share is Matt drinks it and I don't drink it.
he gets to hear me drink it,
Yeah.
and that stirs up the senses.
Yeah, gets my mouth watering.
Gets him going.
Got my water here.
Don't let him fool you. That's Sprite.
So, have you created any art this week? Have you done any art?
I've created all kinds
Put
of art.
together any art?
Specific art? I've done all
Just,
kinds of art. I'm ate up with art.
Just one of your artistic creations. Maybe you could share it with us. I don't want to control you. If I pointed out a particular art, I would be compromising your art.
I got you.
Creative freedom for you.
I have another song we can do if you want to do that.
Oh, yeah? What is your new song?
Well, my song is about William Torres. He's been on the show on the network before. We're planning on having him again many times. He's translating videos into Spanish, and I thought that was great. So I was moved and decided to write a song about William Torres. You can follow him on Facebook at William Torres.
All right.
Did you want to sing along with me? I have the lyrics.
I do. Why don't you send those lyrics to me?
William
The
Torres.
name of the new I'm being told that the name of the new show is what?
The Perfect Bond.
The Perfect Bond?
Yep. I think it's a show discussing which James Bonds were the best over the years. Sean Connery, you got Pierce Brosnan. William Torres will be talking about the perfect Bond.
We have a 10-year contract with him to discuss which James Bond is the perfect, which actor portrayed the perfect Bond.
Yep. He's going to spend a lot of time on that. Many shows. So let's have some real honest discussion about the perfect Bond.
I'm watching our show while I'm doing our show.
Did you get the lyrics?
Look, you look stupid.
I look totally awesome. Well, you got me lit up like a Christmas tree.
That is the natural color of your skin, sir.
And you got all the nice, cool.
That's the natural color of your skin.
I think you're paying me back from 2 weeks ago when I got the good shot.
You weren't aware that your skin was ambient?
I didn't know I knew it was ambient. I didn't know it was translucent.
You were actually a light source. We have to put scrims all around you just to keep from affecting my face.
Speaking of scrim, let's talk about the ancient art of
wrestling with your microphone,
the ancient art of scrimshaw. That is when sailors from yore used to take whale teeth, whale bone, and while they were sailing, would carve stuff into the whale part, and it just looked wonderful, like a nice landscape. And they go for big money nowadays. The ancient art of scrimshaw remembered.
Did you write a poem about it?
I did.
Can we hear?
Yeah.
I don't want to force you.
This poem is called "Scrimshaw is the Law." Scrimshaw, you are the law. I cut into the teeth. It washes away my grief. Scrimshaw, you are the law. Sailing 80 days, I must have eaten all the waves. Scrimshaw, you saved me.
That was excellent. If I wasn't holding a camera, I would clap for you. I would.
I'll clap for myself.
I
know
I have a tear.
That was awesome.
I have a tear in my eye.
Well, that was my poem. I have a song. I sent you the lyrics, Joey. So if you'd
Okay,
like to
hang
sing
on,
along,
let me get those. I didn't get them.
let me bump them to you.
I was just gonna say it's.
Boom.
Of course. There they are. Okay. I'm ready. You just know them from heart.
I know them from heart. I don't need to look at them. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to share my phone?
Yeah. Just in case.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. I may have a comment from a guest viewer. Me.
Listen, I think the clear message from our show is don't comment.
Yeah, just read that comment, didn't like it, don't comment.
Sit back and enjoy the show. And if you don't enjoy the show, then you are not fitting in. You don't fit in. Right?
Not welcome.
Well, I'm just saying they're welcome. They just don't fit in.
You're not going to look right.
Yeah, you're not gonna like yourself if you don't like our show. Thousands of people disagree with your opinion, including all of AT&T and Verizon, and the vendors of Polar Pop. And
those are some good people he just talked about.
But whether you like our show or not, this is an experience. This is a non-interactive ride for you. We work very hard planning this show. Every week we plan every detail, every word, and every moment the word is said. That word that I just said, the word said, was planned. So is the word planned.
It's all written down.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to write it down, too.
So when you text in your comments, you're trying to change our show. This discussion about texting in your comments was scripted. I'm unable to say anything that hasn't been scripted. We're thinking about subtitling and having the subtitles appear 5 seconds before we say them.
Then we're going to get William Torres to translate it into Spanish.
Yes, on the fly.
On the fly.
Live every show. While he's also going to have parenthetical below every line a thought about who the perfect Bond is.
Yep. Yeah. That's how hardcore he's into it.
That's how awesome he is. That's how awesome William Torres is.
And because he's so awesome, I made a song about him.
Eventually, we'll sing that song.
Oh, I know we'll get to it. Have no rush.
I know that you have a hard time seeing, so I'm going to hold this close to you while we sing this song.
Gotcha.
All right, go ahead.
Let me get a good shot on you. William Torres, he is the best one in the world. He likes James Bond. He's gonna find the perfect Bond. When he finds that perfect Bond, he will let all of us know. He will find that perfect Bond. You messed up on the lyric and it made me laugh.
Sorry.
We start back up on perfect Bond. He will find that perfect Bond. When it snows, it will. Quit messing up on the song, Joey. I may have to sing this all by myself.
Okay, go ahead. I want to know how you wrote a song about William Torres finding the perfect Bond when we just found out the name of his show.
When I got that comment earlier, that was William Torres told me to add a little something extra
make
in there.
You're destroying the reality of our show with your nonsense improvisation.
Well,
people aren't going to believe that we're being serious if you do stuff like that, Matt.
Well, they better. They doggone better. Well, we can't get through the William Torres song. We'll try maybe later, or a new song that I wrote. But until then, I'd like to talk about like to talk about
Let me tell you something. We need to do something. And I'm going to go. I know you're going to be mad at me, but for just a second, I'm going to go off script. Okay?
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine.
Earlier, we had some people in our studio, and they were playing a song with some instruments. And I want to see if I can get them to come up here and play that song with their instruments. It is Jedediah Johnson, Jacob, and Joshua Furlow. Can you come up here and play that song that you were playing?
Three
just before
fine
the
young
show?
men.
Talented musicians.
Come on up
Give
here,
them a
young
hand.
men.
Come on up here, guys. Come on up here.
It's Jake
Come on up
and
here.
Josh. Oh my gosh. It's Jake and Josh said, oh my gosh. Jetta, come on down. Don't be scared. We're not weird. Play your instruments around
Where are you going?
He's going to get
I don't know what you're going to get.
It's a
You
surprise.
had the instruments in your hands, and they had the instruments in their hands when we were talking about them. Then they set the instruments down to look for something else.
It's weird. Weird.
Okay, you guys come stand behind us.
These guys support local businesses.
Try to look your best. Don't make our show look bad, okay? Don't make our show look bad. Don't make our show look bad, guys.
Before we start, guys, I just want to let y'all know this show's all about quality.
Before we
Quality.
actually have them officially perform it, should we have them audition first?
Yeah.
Let's have them audition. Okay, guys. We don't know if we're going to have you on our show yet. So we want you to audition. So this is Joshua Furlow.
Come over here a little
This
bit,
is
guys.
Jacob Furlow. This is Jedediah Johnson. It's hard to tell these guys apart because they are cousins. These two guys.
Third cousins, right?
I used to go by the mole on this guy here. Let me get a shot of the mole. Can we get a shot of the mole? Hold on. Let me get back here. Let me get a shot of the mole. Right there. There's the mole. There it is. That I thought was the key to identity. But what I found out I think you just poked him in the eye, man.
I'm sorry.
What I found out was that they swap the mole. They swap
Ooh,
it.
clever.
Sometimes Jacob wears the mole. Sometimes Joshua wears the mole. And you say clever. I say shady.
It could be the both.
It's not helpful.
It's both.
It's not. It's at the very least it's unhelpful.
It's both.
Yeah. But in either case unhelpful.
It's not helpful at all.
It's not helpful, guys. Okay.
This here, have we introduced Jedediah?
This is Jedediah Johnson. He is rock. He is rock and roll.
Rock and roll! Jetta don't have a mole.
Jeddah is, when I say he's rock and roll, what I mean is that when people play rock and roll, his essence manifests. Yeah.
You're in the spirit of every rock and roller out there through their instruments, through their wires,
That's right.
through their amps.
He is the spirit of rock and roll. Yeah. I love
Rock,
Jedediah. Put
Jacob,
another
chop,
Jeddah on the
sim,
jukebox,
sim,
baby.
sim.
I
Jeddah
love
likes jam and
Jedediah.
cheese.
Take another dime and dance with Jeddah. All right.
Good.
You guys, this is your audition, okay? Show us your song. I liked it before the show started. Okay. Show us your song. Matt, mic him.
My mic's
Mic
been
'em.
eaten. Alrighty, guys.
Let's hear this magic. Are there any words to this song?
You can come up with some.
Matt wrote them.
Oh, do you know what they are?
No, it was his secret.
Okay, you sing the words too while they're playing.
Here we go. Oh, it's squeaky in here. The straws are so close to my ear. I will go to town, get a polar pop. I hope I don't drown. from the soda in that cola. Listen to the music from the soda rollers rolling to the church. Heated up the cheese and rolling up dirt.
I think they passed the audition.
Good job, guys.
All right, guys, you passed the audition. You can be on our show and play your song.
We'll
So-
get back to you for next week.
I was
be
just
on
gonna
the
let
show.
him play it now.
Oh, you want to let them do
No,
it
we'll
now?
do it next week. We'll do it next week. I think that's maybe.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Go. Get off.
Get.
Starting to ruin the show. Okay. Well, that was
That was a treat.
a treat,
I like that.
a delight. What else was it?
It was
Refreshing.
so refreshing. It was.
I would say it brought a little bit of a lightness to our otherwise dark show.
Yeah, thanks for brightening up our
thanks,
days.
Guys. Thanks. I appreciate it. Are you telling? Did you want to tell me something, member of the crew?
Producer.
The somebody texted in.
And thought.
I think I didn't understand everything that he said. All I heard was somebody texted in, and my mind went red.
I'm furious. 1, I'm furious at the person who commented. 2, I'm furious at our producer for even approaching us with this tomfoolery.
I will stomp my foot the next time that happens.
You don't want to hear him or see him stomp his foot.
I'm very good at containing my anger. It comes from years of repression brought on by beatings. And I'm thankful because I don't want to show my anger right now.
Let that be a lesson to you kids. Brother Joey over here represses his feelings, and if you try hard enough, you can too.
I'll teach you how. Just give me a stick.
Just let it manifest in you, then just live and breathe. Wait till it eats at your soul before you let that anger out.
Let's see how much time we have. We have at least 2 more hours.
Ooh, nice. We may have time for 18 more songs. I don't know.
So I'm just because I feel like I was a little hard on you, crew member. I'm just going to indulge you. The text was they wanted us to explain inclusiveness. What show do they think they're watching here?
Who do I look like?
They
Bob
talking
Graves?
like Dr. Jones.
Who do you think I am? Dr. Michael W.
Bob
Jones.
Graves. Well, what is inclusiveness, Matthew?
Well, inclusiveness is when you don't even ask me about inclusiveness on my show because my name isn't Bob Graves.
Inclusiveness, first of all, is not a participle.
Watch out for the diphthong in that inclusiveness. Watch out for that dangling participle.
Watch out for the
in that
glottal stop
inclusiveness.
in inclusiveness.
Watch out for that. Watch out for that particular pseudonym in that Bibble.
We don't include any comments in our show. How's that for an exclamation? How's that for an exclamation of what inclusiveness is?
How's that for participation?
How's that for explaining what something isn't?
How's that for glockenspiel?
This is what people get when they comment on our show.
You get ridiculed,
Yes.
shamed.
We're thinking about
Tell 'em.
bringing this model over into other shows.
I think Bob Graves would really adopt this philosophy well and put it into action.
And then, our crew member does a lot, so I'm going to ask him for the other part of the text message. What was the other part of the text message? You can just say it out, crew member. They can't hear you. What do we want to be when we grow up?
What do we want to be when we grow up? Well, that takes me back when I was a young boy. I don't know if y'all know about this, but I was in West Philadelphia. That's where I was born and raised. I had a happy childhood.
Do you have any playgrounds?
On the playground, that's where I spent most of my days. Normally, I'll just chill out, relax, and max.
What would you play?
It was all cool. I'll just shoot some b-ball just right outside of the school.
But I mean, surely it was very peaceful at the playground.
It wasn't. There was a couple of guys around there. They were always up to no good. They started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Did you fight them?
Well, I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared.
No.
Yep.
Not your mom.
Real scared.
What did she say?
She told me I had to move with my uncle and auntie in Bel Air.
Bel Air?
Bel Air.
What? I
whistled for a cab.
You whistle? How old were you?
Oh.
When you did this?
I was probably
when you did
5,
this, you knew how to
6.
whistle? You could afford a cab? Your mom just said, go get a cab?
Go get a cab. Whistle for a cab.
Taxi? Was it a nice taxi?
When it came near, it had a dice in the mirror. I would say it was a rare cab.
Forgetting your story a little bit.
It had a dice in the mirror, and it was a little rare.
The cab was the cab was rare, or the whole experience.
The whole experience. The cab was rare, but when I was finally there,
did you and that cabbie talk at all?
Me and the cabbie did talk. I
just
told him, I said,
are you guys still friends?
Yo, Holmes, smell you later.
Do you still know the cabbie?
I do still know the cabbie. So I accepted it as my kingdom. I had to. I was finally there, and now
you're in Bel Air.
I sat on the throne.
You're doing it right now.
The Prince of Bel Air. So I would like to be a fire marshal when I grow up.
Fire marshal. I can see how that led to being a fire marshal. I want to be.
Come on, you've got high hopes.
I don't know what I want to be.
Joey told me earlier that he wants to be a marine biologist. I know a lot of kids pick that in school nowadays, but it's okay.
I think I want to be poignant.
Joey wants to be very poignant.
I want to be poignant.
He's almost there.
This show cannot be all it can be unless I become poignant. And after I'm done with this show, my life will be complete.
Whoa!
So
steep.
At that point, I will just get in a boat and sail down a still-watered river to find my spirit animal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that spirit animal, what do you think it may be?
What do I think my spirit animal is going to be?
It might be an orangutan.
Probably a lonely, injured badger.
Ooh, an injured badger. What would the injuries consist of?
Lonely, depressed, injured badger.
A lonely, depressed, injured badger with no bottom jaw. No food for you, badger. You better work on that so you can get a good spirit animal.
What will your spirit animal be?
My spirit animal would be, probably a turtle.
Turtle, like a freshly cooked turtle.
Like a freshly cooked turtle, kind of like a ninja turtle. That would be super cool.
But boiled.
But boiled.
No more karate out of that turtle.
No karate for that turtle. He's getting eaten. He's going down somebody's belly. Only thing.
Well, you got to get that spirit animal inside you. That's the point.
Get the spirit animal deep inside of you,
right,
and then you can go down to the store.
A few
and get you
takeaways
a Polar
from
Pop.
today's show. Number one, find your spirit animal and get that animal inside you. Cook it, fry it, whatever it takes. Unless it's a lonely, depressed badger with no jaw, probably not very good to eat.
Keep that from away.
Yeah, keep that away.
From you. Don't let that inside you.
That's only my spirit animal. Second moral of this show, crew member. I'm trying to talk to our audience. What? What is it? Another text. People say cucumbers taste better pickled. Is this true? That is not a question for our next show. Because we don't answer texts. Go away, person who asks about pickles.
Somebody just sent me a comment.
I've got some things to say about that person who
They had
made
the nerve.
a comment about cucumbers versus pickles.
Get 'em.
First of all, a pickle is a pickled cucumber. How's that?
Boom. Don't you feel stupid and ashamed?
See,
You feel
We're
very
smart.
stupid and ashamed.
we're smart.
We're the smart ones. We're the ones with microphones. We're the ones with seats.
We're
We're the ones with the show.
We have sole ownership of Ustream.
We control it.
Yeah.
We're not letting, while our show goes on, we let no other show be shown on Ustream.
Yes, especially not shows that accept texts and comments from people. Cucumbers versus pickles.
Ugh.
That's an idea that came into my head a minute ago. I
Oh,
think
yeah?
we might
What did
discuss
you-
that. I think we might discuss that on the next show.
Sounds
What do you
good
think?
to me.
I just
Yeah.
popped into my head.
I think that's a very good topic.
I come up with good ideas.
I don't know how you came up with that, but that's excellent.
I am just a person who has smarts.
Joey has it going on like Donkey Kong.
Yep. Last moral of this show: do not return underwear to the store under any circumstance.
You're gonna give other people stuff, all types of stuff. You don't want that. You don't want.
You don't
that
want
on
to be
your conscience.
responsible for lost or rotting body parts.
You don't want to give that to people. You don't want to give people the itches and the scratches and the no feel goods.
We're gonna have to talk about later how far you take things.
And then maybe the next show will be having even better quality of
Yeah.
nice stuff to say about what underwear can and cannot
All right,
give you.
It's enough. Matthew,
Stephen Michael Furlow returned those underwears.
you can stop. You can stop talking about that.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we're done. The show's over. You've been a thorough embarrassment.
Glad I could be there for you.
I'm here to balance your embarrassingness with my class, and we come together to be moderately average. But our show is a quality show. Let's keep the shot on this guy right here while I'm talking, because he's the hero. He's the guy that makes this show what it is supposed to be, which is quality, essence, integrity, consistency, predictability, and unpredictability combined together to make power. So,
Well said.
thank you. We will see you next week. We think that this is our actual spot that we'll be appearing every week. We asked for Bob Graves' spot, and we're still lobbying for that.
We're going to get it.
Yeah.
That's prime time.
And with that, we're getting requests. Even as we close, we're getting people trying to
They want us.
mess with our show. Hush, other crew member. Silence.
We have plenty more songs for next week. Let's not rush ourselves. This is the
intolerable.
beginnings of greatness. I just can't give it to y'all at once.
I think we should pick it soon.
I'll make the signs.
Picketing cucumbers and pickles. All our ideas coming soon next week.
Bye-bye. We love you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Enjoy your day. Have fun on the rotunda.